closer to your speakers. It's time for the radio show. Move the crowd.
That's right, y'all. Inside of Move the Crowd right about now. Well, we take a guest off stage. Normally bring them off stage and bring them backstage so we can get to know them more on an intimate level. But we got a young lady right here. She's not an artist, but actually she does a lot behind the scenes. And she does publicist work as well. She's like a well-known publicist, big time, doing her thing as usual on that end. And she doesn't know how much she's been helping me behind the scenes with that on that level also. But she has a book, and we're going to talk about her book right now. Joining us right now to talk about her book, and the title of the book is Life is in Session. Life is in Session, man. We got the author of that book herself. We got Frances Perdue in the building, man. Frances, what's going on with you? How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we doing just
great.
We're doing great.
Yeah.
Happy to have you.
Hi, ladies. You guys were hyped. I loved it.
You already know. Man,
We're hyped for you. We're hyped for you.
Yeah.
Hi, MD. Good to see you.
Yeah, definitely. So, Frances, let's start with the book. We'll go ahead and get right into it. So, tell us about the book.
So I created the journal Life is in Session because I feel that everyone goes through obstacles in life, but the one thing that's the common thread is that you feel like you're alone when you're going through it. And I've been fortunate enough to have success in very different realms of business and different genres of business. So right now I'm an serial entrepreneur. I'm an inventor. I have done my first book, which is this journal, right? Life is in Session, Accomplish the Life You Want with Daily Living. I also just did a couple of acquisitions. So I'm working with a company by the name of Sankofa Global Trading to bring PPE, personal protection equipment, to everyone, including small and large businesses, as well as we have a fever protection device that's an AI standalone device called Xenon Fever Detection. So I'm pretty productive, and I still do my public relations and business consulting as well.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations, honey.
Okay. Congratulations. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot
Really?
you got going on there.
Overachiever.
Yeah,
Love
I
it.
see. I see. Yeah.
And I also own a franchise. I owned a Burger Inn, and right now I'm converting it into a Fat Burger.
Into a what now?
A fat burger?
A fat burger?
Oh, I love fat burger, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, them vegan shakes.
Yes.
To die for. They so expensive. Are you gonna hike your price? Are you gonna be like, it's a franchise, of course, but are you gonna like hike your prices up higher than the corporate?
Actually, it's pretty dope because I'm gonna be located in my parents' hometown, which is Birmingham, Alabama. So things are a lot cheaper here. So it's not like my hometown of Compton, Long Beach, LA, you know. So the price is a little bit different, just a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, a lot different.
Yeah.
It's $10 a person now. Yeah, at least.
Right?
Yeah, it sure is. Now, Frances. Now, with this book, now you one thing you talk about extensively in this book is you've gone through struggles, and you're going through struggles and throughout your life. You know, everybody goes through struggles in their lives as well. So, explain to us how in the book you said you embrace these struggles and you use these struggles to help, further yourself. So explain to everybody how you embrace struggle and use that to help motivate you.
Struggle and obstacles to me are synonymous. And I've gone through a lot of things, and I've gone through them personally. Some people in my inner circle know, but a lot of people don't know some of the tragedies. They only see the successes, right? We live in a .com era where we only show people what we want them to see, not necessarily the struggle it took to get there. Right. For example, being a publicist for 10 going on 12 years now, I've had a lot of doors closed in my face. I've had my own Me Too story that I don't talk about. A celebrity that I was helping with a corporation. I've had a lot of struggles, right? But the only thing that you can do is hold on to your faith in those who are true to you and plow. Sometimes you plow down with your head down, or sometimes you just march through the actual struggle. So I talk about what is a struggle, because people don't understand that they're actually struggling, right? They don't even know it's an obstacle. It could be something that happened in their past, something somebody said to them, something they told them that they could never do, and it's just sitting there in the back of their occipital lobe, right? And that they haven't formulated why they keep struggling with the same thing, the same man, the same problem. And I think the first thing is identify the struggle. The next thing is creating a solution. And then I give people tasks within the journal to do. Like one of the tasks that I think is really dope, we went over last week in week 3, which was a love story, creating a love story with yourself. Talking about 50 dope things that are about you, right? And when you start thinking about the positive things that you are, you dismiss the negative things that people try to implant in you and tell you that you are.
That's deep.
That's dope.
That is deep.
Yeah,
And that's actually
right
pretty interesting because I actually did something similar with my therapist. And she had me write everything I thought that was good about myself.
Yes.
And I literally had a meltdown. And because at first I was like, this is going to be easy. I know so many things that I love about myself, but then when I went down to it, I really sat there and I cried because I felt like I didn't love myself and have anything that I loved about myself. And over the time that list increased and increased and increased by finding the struggle and finding a solution. So I recommend that, and I think that is very powerful. And I commend you. I commend that little exercise, and it works, and I love it. I mean, I think you're doing great work out here. And
thank you.
Keep going, girl. Keep going.
So one of the things that I wanted people to know is that you're not alone. And I think sometimes you feel like you are. And sometimes people say things to you, or sometimes I think people glance over this fact that things happen to you that really aren't your fault. If you were a child and something happened with your parents, for example, that's what happened with me. My mother was stabbed my senior year in high school. God rest her soul. She just passed last year. And literally, I went to school the very next day. It was just drilled into me that you go to school, get a good education, and get a good job, right? Because my parents were older. My dad's ex-military, PhD in clinical psychology, all that jazz. And it never dawned on me to take a break. It never dawned on me to give in but not give out, right? And so I always kept going. Like you said, overachiever, that was my whole life. But I had to learn over time affirmations of self-love. I talk about suicide in there. I had a suicide attempt when I was a kid. With my mom helping me. I really opened up in this journal to let people know that you're not alone, you're not alone, you're not alone, you're not alone. And we talk about these struggles, and it seems far off, but you really don't know what someone's going through. You can see somebody every day at work, every day at school, smile on their face, and you never know the things they're going through.
Exactly.
And then I said one line I think that really was poignant, and you can tell me what you liked about it, Dundee, but basically, I said, I went to school empty inside, but happy on the outside. And we do that a lot. We put on these airs, right? We put on these faces, we put on these masks, and we never really tell people how we're feeling because we're ashamed. We feel like they'll judge us. Oh, they would never understand. If you look at me with my 3 degrees, overachieving, like you said, you would never know that I grew up in Compton on 535 West Cocoa Street, centering all along. You never would have known that my babysitter, had bullets flying across, and we was in the basement. So, where we come from is never where we're going. And I think the self-love part allows us to be free in who we are. And one thing I've always done, you can ask Dundee or anybody that really knows me personally, I do my best to help people. And I know that that's the reason why I'm successful. It's not because of me. I'm standing on the shoulders of so many people, especially Black men and women. And I have something in me where I hate injustice, right? So I hate when people are being done wrong. What's going on right now is killing me, but what's happening is I'm gaining the financial, I would say, rights to be able to help the way I want to help. I want to create a social justice endowment. There's a lot of things that I'm doing for money, for profit, so I can help our people. So it's just, people have to understand that you're not alone. And I think that's the biggest theme in this book, and getting the tools and the resources to get to where you need to be.
Not just saying, it's going to take a lot of hard work.
Exactly.
Give me some tools.
Give me some resources. Because that's what we're lacking.
Exactly.
We're so full of ingenuity. If you look at all of the inventions, like I was looking the other day, I was like, dang, we didn't have dryers until 1950 something, and a Black man made it. It's like we contribute so much, but we never have the tools as a whole, as a big group of people of color to get it done. And so that's my life's mission.
Well, let's
everybody
talk
has
about
their
that.
role.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about that. Well, really talk about how, you in the book you say you need to improve yourself, and you give steps of how to improve yourself. So give them some steps of how people should improve themselves, so they can go ahead and try to make it in their chosen endeavors in life.
I think the first thing is realizing that you have a sphere of influence. And so your sphere of influence starts with you. For example, if everybody pulled out their phone right now, right? You have a thing called a CSV card. So the CSV card is usually attached to your Gmail account, whatever you do to, upload your contacts. When you lose the phone, you do the same thing over and over again, right?
Right.
Taking that CSV code, turning that into an Excel spreadsheet and doing 2 columns is what I suggest. The first one is, what does this person do? So if you have me on there, you say Frances Perdue, she's a publicist, she owns a company, Perdue Inc. What does she do? She's a publicist, she's a business consultant, she does this, this, and that. The next column is, how do I create a win-win situation with me and that person?
Oh, okay.
So the win-win situation is, okay, I can be Frances's client, and it can help her company by her being able to push me out. And I can help her by doing X, Y, and Z, whether it's paying her to do the service, right? Or bartering. I have some barters going on because of COVID that have changed my life. Shout out to Taylor Talent Reels. He does all of my graphics. I have a trailer coming out for the book that he's created. He's done my flyers, and that's on a trade. And you have to figure out your way through things, right? Everything isn't always about money. It's about win-win situations. So I think the first thing people can do is say that whatever their idea is, it doesn't matter what people think about it. It's something that God gave you that's a witty invention, and you have to get it out. But you are not alone. You have a sphere of influence that you haven't tapped into, because you can tap into Frances, that taps into Reagan, that taps into Deandra, and all these different people, and that could be the person to get you to your supplier for your goods, or etc. So tapping into your sphere of influence, I think, is the first thing in anything that you should do for creating your goals and dreams.
That's right, y'all. We got Frances Perdue here. She
Miss
has
Perdue.
a book. She has a book that's out right now called Life is in Session. Frances, if they want to get a hold of the book, how can they go ahead and get a hold of that book?
Great. You can go to Amazon. We have a hard copy, so you can get a paperback, or you can also get a digital copy. And the prices are reasonable. It's $19.99 for the paperback and $9.99 for the ebook. And if you would like a signed copy, you can definitely click on my website at PerdueInc.me on Life is in Session, and you'll be able to fill out a form, and I'll send you a signed, dedicated copy.
Okay, definitely, man. Definitely. We got more with Frances. We're going to talk to her more about the book, as of course, she got a touch in love and relationships in the book as well. And plus, we got Play It or Slay It. We got Love and Lust with Frances, and we got that story we still didn't get to yet with Lou Williams, all right? Going to the strip club. We got to talk about that as well. All that before we get up out of here. Strictly independent hip-hop and R&B music at its finest. Radio show. Let go.
Radio.
We just pretty much having some fun. Frances, you still there?
I'm here.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, before we bring in Love and Lust, I want to ask you one more thing, kind of relationship oriented, so to speak.
Shoot.
But no, it's not that, Monique. But I want to ask you.
Wait, what?
No, what I was going to ask you relating to the book, okay? Relating to the book was empowerment. All right, I kind of skimmed through the book, and I saw that empowerment, that not giving away your power. So I wanted you to explain that a little bit about
you went through the whole journal.
Well, I had to prepare for you coming to the, that's what a broadcast professional do. Thank you.
Yes.
So tell me about empowerment real quick for the ladies. Bring on Love and Lust.
Okay, so week 13 is power, right? I talk about how you have to keep your power, right? So I said the struggle with power is this: control over your situation depends on how you view the world. The solution: overcome the need to give your power away. I learned this the hard way, right? You don't have to, just learn from my mistakes. There is no amount of money, a title or position or status that is worth giving anyone leverage over you or power over you. do not be afraid to walk away. When you walk away from a business deal that doesn't seem quite right or doesn't meet your expectations, know that a better deal may be coming around the corner. So